it's Janelle here, also known as Chow Chow 808. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here with an actual review of a makeup product. I know it's been a really long time since I've done a review, just because these videos are a little bit more difficult for me to do since they sometimes can take a while. I only have time in the morning before I go to work to do videos or work on stuff, just because when I get home I have a lot more other things that I need to do. Hashtag adulting. So I just wanted to come on here and hopefully I'll be able to do this in a one take. But I am here to review Revolution Makeups, or Makeup Revolution, however you want to say it, the Emily Edit. So this palette was created by Emily Noel. I think it's Emily Noel 83 or something like that on YouTube, but I'll put it here down below somewhere. I love her videos. She is such a, she is who inspired me to do reviews and jump into makeup reviewing and just, you know, learning to enjoy the process and learning to have fun with makeup, you know. So I was so glad that she finally, after all the years of watching her, has come out and collaborated with a brand to do a palette. So this is the Wants palette. She has another smaller version called the Needs palette. The Wants palette though spoke to me because I love these larger palettes. I love to test them to see, you know, what the range of color was, how it was, like the thought process behind it and the design of it. So when you open it, this is a huge palette. So you have a huge mirror here, but then you also have all of these, I don't know how, I can't do it. But you also have a ton of eyeshadows down here. So in total you have 24 eyeshadows. I believe I purchased this for $30 or $35. I can't remember exactly how much, but you have such a nice range of colors here that are all wearable. Which is what impressed me the most about this. I think a lot of palettes that do come out or are produced, the color story doesn't really make sense for everybody, and sometimes, you know, you'll want to bring in a pop of color here or there, but it doesn't always allow you to do that, so you have to grab something else to do that. To me, this palette is just so cohesive. I really was trying to nitpick at everything, and there are one or two things that I do want to mention, but overall I really do like this palette. I think it's worth your money to invest in it if you are if you're looking for a gift for the holiday season for somebody who might be going into makeup. This I think would be a perfect palette for them because one, they get really great quality shadows. Two, it's not extremely expensive. Revolution Makeup has, or Makeup Revolution has, a lot of affordable palettes in their collection and in their line that have just amazing quality, and quality that you would find in palettes that cost maybe like 4 or 5 times as much as you're paying for it. So I overall like Makeup Revolution. I really do like what they have, or Revolution Makeup. I really don't know which one, okay? They switch. It's just, it's different everywhere I look and everybody refers to it differently. I'm not sure how exactly it is supposed to be referred to, but we're gonna go with Revolution Makeup for now because, like, it says, I don't know. Okay, so it says Revolution, then it says Makeup Revolution London. I don't really know which one. So I'm going to go with Revolution. We're going to stick with that for the purpose of this review. So anyhow, you have a nice variety of mattes and shimmers, and there's nothing overall, there's no color that's like too chunky. The one color that I do have to say is a little bit, you'll notice it's a little bit more chunkier than the others, is Top Story, which is this gold right here. But by no means are you going to get flakes of glitter coming off on your face. The one color that I say that I have to mention that I have the most difficult time working with is the color Eve Rose. Now, I love Eve Rose on her vlogs, Emily's vlogs. She is the littlest one that they have, and they call her Lil Bit. But sorry, you can see that I'm watching a vlog. But it's this color right down here, and I just for some reason have a really tough time getting that to show up on me, but I do like to layer it on top of some of the darker eyeshadows that I use. Overall, like I said, this palette is very cohesive. You have a bunch of great matte browns here that can really act as transition colors, crease shades. You can even use them on their own, and they are perfect colors. You have this color here called the Cream. I thought it would be too white for me to use, especially underneath my brow bone, when I really kind of, what is it called, when I take a shader brush and I just bump it underneath my brow bone. I thought this shade might be too white for me, but it actually ends up being a perfect shade. So overall, you get such a, I'm sorry, I keep saying so, but you really do get a nice variety of colors. This isn't a palette that just pulls one way or the other. It's not extremely warm, nor is it extremely cool. You have a bunch of different colors that you can choose from. You can create so many different looks, which is why it took me so long to, you know, do this review on this palette, because I was just using it every day for about 2 or 3 weeks straight, and I was still finding new ways to use some of the colors. Right now on my eyes, I have Hobby, which is buffed out really lightly between my crease and my brow bone. I took a Deuce Paid and I popped that in my crease. Then I went back with Hobby, blended it out, and then I went in with Capricorn all over my lid. And then on the inner third, I took Top Story and lightly put it on the inner third. And then I went back in with Deuce Paid to blend everything out, Hobby to blend everything out. And then I went in with the cream on a really big fluffy brush, and I buffed that right in this area, right below the brow bone, not fully underneath the brow bone. Then I took a more compact shader brush and I went into the cream and I just highlighted directly underneath my brow bone. And it's given me like this really nice, kind of sultry and smoky, but yet very wearable look. This palette, I mean, I have tried a lot of palettes. I have tried a lot of palettes. I do have a lot of palettes that are in my collection right now, but I have to say, this is probably one of those palettes that you could give somebody and they would be good for like the rest of their makeup life, because you have so many different colors to choose from. And the nice thing about it is that these colors aren't extremely different. They're very, very, even the colorful colors like Belle Violet, like this purple right here, it's not like it's extremely out there and different. It's not like it's an electric blue that was brought into a neutral palette, you know. It's usable and it makes sense in the color story of everything. Like you can easily pull it in to any look that you are doing. Overall, I give this palette a 10 out of 10. Even though I do have problems using Eve Rose, I just think this is such a great palette to have. I don't know, there's just something about this palette. I can tell that there has been a lot of thought that went into this. I love the darker matte colors that she has in here, because you really can pull that in to any type of look, and it really does add a little dimension to what you're wearing. But overall, I'm just ecstatic about this palette. Like I said, I love Emily, and even if I didn't know who she was, I would be interested in picking up this palette, because I mean, when you look at it, the color story doesn't really quite make sense. And you know, you're kind of looking at it and you're just like, how am I supposed to create a look out of this? But the more you play with it and the more I've played with it, the more I feel comfortable branching out to some other colors that are incorporated in this palette. The greens are amazing. They are so, so good. And I really do love a lot of the burgundy maroon colors that are in here. Overall, it's just a really good palette. I have to say, go check it out. You can check it out on Ulta or Revolution Makeup's website, I believe. Emily did say that it's supposed to be restocked at Ulta and Revolution soon. I'm not sure when, but I'm sure you could sign up for their emails. If you have tried the Emily Wants palette or the Wants or the Needs palette, I want to know what your opinion is. I did check my local Ulta, and they did have some of the Wants palettes and very, very few of the Needs palettes left. But I want to know what your thoughts and opinions are. I want to know what you think of it. I want to know what your favorite look to create is. I want to hear more about this palette, because I do really think it's a great palette. You get a lot for what you're paying, and you know, I just love supporting other YouTubers or YouTubers that I have been watching for a really long time. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Everything will be linked down below. That way you can keep up with all the blog posts that are going up or reviews that I'm doing. Honestly, I can't believe it, but I've already posted my Christmas gift guide for Sephora. It's part 1, so this just includes a lot of the original things that they brought in, but I can't believe it, guys. We're already almost to Christmas. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great night or day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!